In this video, I'm going to show you how to use dual geo-fence zones with your SmartThings. Hi, this is Justin from Simply Smart, where we make smart home technology as easy as 1, 2, 3. So if you're interested in smart home technology, consider subscribing for more content like this. Also, if you're interested in building the ultimate smart home, visit the video description for the 3 simple steps to get started. In this video, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about creating 2 geo-fence zones with your SmartThings to basically be sure that your automations only run when you want them to run. So basically, we have a couple automations where we come home and it opens our garage door. So we have to be sure that we're actually home when our garage door opens. And this is the best way that I've found to get that to work right. So basically what you see here is our blue geo-fence area here is the geo-fence area that I have set up in SmartThings. And then the yellow geo-fence area here is the geo-fence area that I have set up in Life 360. And our house is in the center of these 2 geo-fence circles. So originally what I had set up is when we drive our car in and get home, it opens the garage door. But the problem is that what if you drive in and you go to the pool or you go to a friend's house and you don't go home? Basically, once we cross this line here, then it was starting the automation to open the garage door. So we needed to fix that in some way. And I decided that the best way to do that is to have 2 geo-fence zones. So basically what will happen now is that when we cross over this line, we have 90 seconds to get into the yellow circle, and then it will do the automation that we have set up. And I'm going to show you the automations that we have set up in Sharp Tools in a few minutes. So that will avoid that problem with the car if you don't go straight home, because we have the timing set up for the car. Now the other issue is say if we go for a walk. So we start at our house, we leave this geo-fence zone, and then we go say way out here, or we go way over here, and we get out of this blue geo-fence zone. Once we crossed over into that, it was thinking that we were, in a car, because that's how the automation was set up, and we would be very far away from our house when our garage door was opening. Obviously, we would get the notification that the garage door was opening, so we could easily just open the app and shut the garage door anywhere in the world. So it's not a huge deal, but obviously, it's putting wear and tear on the garage door, and it's opening without you really wanting it to open. The same thing as if we're on a bike. Say we're biking, we go over into this other neighborhood, we leave the geo-fence zone. Once we crossed over this line, same deal, we'd have 90 seconds and our garage door would automatically open. So now what happens is we have this second geo-fence area here. So when we drive in, it says, okay, you've entered the geo-fence zone. I'm going to wait 90 seconds, and if you're not in this yellow circle, nothing will happen. So that's perfect if you don't go straight home in a car, or if you're on a bike, or if you're walking, because it would be way longer than 90 seconds to get into this yellow circle. Also, we can use this yellow circle to do automations like set the alarm and lock doors. So when all of us leave, we could have it lock the doors, set the alarm, and turn on our Alexa guard. That way it's closer than this big one out here. Now the reason I use a larger geo-fence zone is because I don't necessarily want things happening all of the time. Basically, if we're like going over to the pool or visiting a friend, I want to be sure that we're still in this geo-fence zone. That way it doesn't do a ton of automations when we're basically in the neighborhood. Basically what I want it to do is use this large geo-fence area so it will minimize the automations. So now let's go over to our Sharp tools and I will show you how we have the rule set up for the garage door. And then obviously you can set up other rules like unlocking doors or all different things. I'll show you a couple things that I have set up using these two geo-fence zones. So we are over in our Sharp tools rules engine now, and I'm going to show you the automation that I was just talking about with the garage door. We have the garage door open when either Lyra or I get home. So how these work, so we come into here, we're using our iPhones as the present sensor, and it has to stay present for 90 seconds. So that will allow us to cross over the large geo-fence zone, and we have 90 seconds to get into the smaller geo-fence zone, which is the Life 360. So it knows that we're going to be present 90 seconds after we cross over that large geo-fence zone, and as long as we're in the Life 360 is present, it will start to execute the then down here. So it's going to disarm our security system, it's going to change our mode to home, it's going to open the garage door, and it's going to send a push notification to my phone. So all you had to do is you basically have to figure out how long it takes you to go from the large geo-fence area to essentially get home. And if you put in the stays present for that number of seconds, that's how you're going to get this to work. And Lyra has the same thing set up as well. Now I do have a couple other ones that use the smaller geo-fence zone. So right here, so here we have just in gym return. So if I click on this one, I'm using the Life 360 geo-fence zone. And as long as I am present, what I've done here is I've put an if statement, and it has to be within a certain period of time. So I put from 6:45 to 7:15 because I really typically get home from the gym around 7 a.m. So if it's not in this time range, it will not execute the front lock unlock. But I never, since the gym is in my neighborhood, I don't actually leave the large geo-fence area to get to the gym. So what I am using is the smaller geo-fence area for this automation. And I also have one more using the smaller geo-fence, which is Justin leave for work. If I tap on that, basically the Life 360 present changes to not present, and I have this as a time restriction as well. So it has to be after 8:15, but before 8:45. And I also have it that Lyra's dad is present, because if he's out walking the dogs, I don't want to lock the door on him. So if he is home, then what it will do is it will lock the front door and close the garage door if it's not already shut. So those are just a few examples on how I'm using the dual geo-fence zones to make sure that things do not happen when they are not supposed to happen. I hope you found that video helpful. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as possible, and I will see you in the next video.